Alright, welcome back to some more Gundam Breaker 4. Today we will be playing through the third chapter of the story mode. I know we're not making very extreme progress with the story mode as much as you might be if you're playing at home. I've been specifically saving the story mode missions for these streams, so I've just been playing the quests off stream, working on customizing my own Gunpla, synthesizing parts, grinding for parts. And let me tell you, even just doing that, I've already sunk like 35 some hours into this game. And that's just being 2 chapters in, because there's just so much you can do with this game, so much fun you can have, that even while I'm only playing the story mode missions on stream with you guys, there's still so much you can sink time into in this game. So, as you can probably notice on the title screen right there, I have been doing a little bit of experimenting, and something that I've been experimenting with is trying to see if I can make some non-SD versions of some of the SD Gundams that we have in the game. So this is my best attempt at making a real-type Knight Gundam. Now, it doesn't quite look like the actual real-type Knight Gundam. One of the limitations is that the eyes are always going to look like SD eyes, because the game does actually give you an option to turn off and change the way that the eyes look on the SD heads. But even when you turn the pupils completely off, here it is, it's eye stickers under decals, you have all these different pupil options. But even when you turn them completely off, the eyes are still pretty big, and they kind of have that SD Gundam look to them. So I prefer to leave it with the SD eyes on. And in terms of proportions, I kind of try to do a half SD sort of thing. So it's not quite full Gundam proportions. You can see the head is still a little big. However, I decided I liked how this looked a little bit better than committing to the full real-type proportions. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this came out. I just used the original head and torso from the SD model. I just made some adjustments to them. I shrunk the head, I enlarged the chest. And then I attached the arms from the Dinan Zon, the legs from the Gion, the sword from the Jin, and the backpack is the ABC cloak builder's part that I just colored silver and red, and I think it turned out pretty well. However, that's not going to be the Gunpla we will be fighting with today, because I have done a little bit of grinding in some of the quest missions on the side, and I have unlocked some really cool parts that I definitely want to use. So, originally I created this Gundam called the Gundam Overbreak, and this was going to be my kind of main story mode Gundam that I would use for the campaign. And I do like this guy. I like the metallic colors. I think he's pretty cool. And he's got some pretty crazy abilities and some high-level parts. However, I found myself really being drawn to a couple of kind of improvised Gunpla that I put together while I was playing my way through the quest missions. So, as I'm playing through a quest, as I'm grinding it out, to make it a little bit more interesting and less of a tedious grind fest, what I like to do is I make a custom Gunpla for that mission using only the parts that I got on that mission. And as I continue to grind through the mission, I basically upgrade that one Gunpla using more and more pieces that I've picked up and acquired. So here's Karl's Revenge. It's an amplified Gustav Karl, and I was, as you saw in the title, I was very, very happy to see that we had a Gustav Karl in this game, because I think I remember seeing the Gustav Karl in some of the promotional footage for this game, but I kind of forgot about it, so it took me as a bit of a surprise when I actually saw it in game. And I was really happy to see it here. I ground out this mission until I had every single Gustav Karl part in the game. I did the same with the Gundam Cassie as well, so I have all the parts from that. The whole, I believe it was the first quest mission of Chapter 2. It had just a ton of like unicorn parts. So I got like the Zeta Plus, A1 and C1. I got a bunch of full armor unicorn parts. Just a ton of parts from Unicorn, and I just absolutely loaded myself up with them. And as you saw in the build section, this actually has a lot of 4-star parts in it, because now in the quest missions we're getting to the point where we are actually getting 4-star parts. And now that we've finished, let me just jump out of photo mode real quick. Now that we've completed Chapter 2, we have access to synthesis, which makes leveling up these parts a lot easier. So basically the way that synthesis works is you select synthesize, and then you can take other lower level scrap parts you have that you don't need, and you can combine them with this part to level up that part. Now this will also combine together and level up the abilities of these parts, which can get a little bit complicated, but basically all you have to know is that the more stars the part has, the more of these abilities it has. And by abilities, I mean when you see here on screen where it says abilities and there's a bunch of stats below it, those are the abilities. So notice that the Crossbone Gundam X1 here, it's a 4-star part, so you've got 5 abilities. Knight Gundam here, 1-star part, so you've only got 2 abilities. It's pretty easy to figure out. If you want to raise the star rating, you can now grind for plastics in some of the later missions in Chapter 3 and onwards, and your enhancement plastics is basically just kind of an easier way to level up your Gundams without consuming parts. However, that doesn't give you new abilities, and it doesn't level up your abilities. It just levels up your base stats on the parts, so you might not necessarily want to do that. Parts Evolve, though, are pretty useful because instead of increasing your level, as you saw right there, it increases the rarity of your parts. So you can use that to bring even your really crappy low-level parts all the way up to a higher level. So between those two things, it means that now it kind of almost doesn't matter what parts I grind for, because as long as I have some version of a piece, I can basically level and rarity it up to whatever specs it needs for me to continue to compete in the game with it, which is really, really useful because it opens up a lot of options. Heal on hit is busted. I think it is. Yeah, haven't been experimenting a ton with the different abilities, but I'm sure there's all sorts of broken combos you can do. So something else you can do is derivative synthesis. Now, you can only do this for some parts. You can do this for heads, bodies, right arm, left arm, legs, and backpack. You can't do it for weapons. You can't do it for shields. But what this basically does is you can combine one part with another part and make something completely new that you otherwise might not have access to yet. Yeah, I'll exchange friend codes at some point, Manpig. But basically, like, let's say, for example, I made a full set of Mario Kenji Zero parts. I don't have any way to access these in the story mode, but I was able to unlock them anyways by combining a bunch of Night Gundam parts with a whole bunch of spare Victory Gundam parts I had left over, and now I've got a whole ass SD Gundam I didn't even have before. And there's a lot of Gundams you can do this with. Most suits in the game have at least one thing you can derive them into, so definitely check out the derivation options for your parts, because there's all sorts of cool cool parts that you otherwise might not be able to get access to at the point you might be in the story. I also learned through the derivation system that apparently the Dreadnought Gundam is in this game, which I was not aware of, so that was a really cool sight to see. So I'm just going to go back to the blueprint here. I'm going to quickly take a quick check of my parts on this Karl's Revenge here to just make sure. Yeah, everything here looks pretty high level. We're looking at like 9s and 10s and 12s, so there we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use this guy as we progress through the story mode. Now, I did make another Gundam as well. There was another quest mission that was more so focused around, it was kind of a combination of G-Reco meets F91 meets Crossbone. And from this one, I got a whole bunch of parts and I made the Monsoon here. Now, what I was most excited for in this mission was there were a couple of Grimoire Red Berets, and I really wanted a full set of Grimoire Red Beret parts. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite able to grind out a whole set of them. I was only able to get some of the parts, but it is one of my favorite Gundams that I own in my personal collection, so I definitely wanted to make sure that I had one in game. Monsoon here, it's a pretty simple build. It's just a couple Den and Zon parts. It's got the G-Self shoulders, and then it's got the Crossbone backpack. And my favorite part of this model, one of my favorite pieces in Gundam Breaker, actually, I kind of fell in love with this part through New Breaker, but I absolutely love the way the Mac Knife's head looks. It's probably one of my favorite heads in the game. I love the eyes with those like really psychotic looking pupils and the angry eyebrows. It's a really cool and incredibly unique looking head. I really enjoy that one a lot. And I like how it looks here especially. Of course, I had to give him twin shotguns, so he's got the Kavakali guns. And then for his melee weapons, he's got twin beams ambers. So, pretty fun build, but I am definitely going to be going with the Karl for this stream. And yes, Manpig, it's easier to find Karls here than in IRL, because this kit is kind of sort of out of print in reality, so hopefully they reprint it soon. Made a Blaziken head and cosplaying as Blaziken. Nice. I have the Grunt version of Mac Knife. Is the Grunt version of Mac Knife in this game? I thought they just had the red version. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not entirely sure what is or isn't in this game. I did find a Google spreadsheet that someone made, and I can't tell if it's complete or not, but the spreadsheet had 306 models listed in it, so it seems like this has got a pretty crazy roster here. In fact, in retrospect, now that we know just how many units they added to the game, I'm kind of surprised that they undersold the game so much at launch, because they were advertising this game as having over 250 units. And to be fair, yes, 300 is over 250, but if I was selling a game that had 300 Gunpla in it, I would advertise it as a game that has 300 Gunpla in it, you know? Especially considering that New Gundam Breaker already had 250 suits. So by saying over 250 suits, it kind of just made it sound like it was going to be the New Gundam Breaker roster plus maybe a couple newcomers. So I really think they should have... I think they should have advertised and kind of emphasized their numbers a bit more at the start, because had I known that this game had 300 plus units in it, I think I would have gotten a lot more excited for it. Gustav Karl is the chunky that somehow exists, but somehow not produced a lot. Yeah, Gustav Karl is so cool, man. I remember I discovered this mobile suit through the box art for the Zeta Plus A1 Unicorn version. And for a while, I thought it was a Jesta, and then I was looking closer at the box one day, and I was like, wait a minute. That's not a Jesta. What is that thing? So I looked it up on the wiki, and I discovered the Gustav Karl, and I've never gone back since. It is an awesome, awesome mobile suit. 300, but no narrative suits. Yeah, that's so weird, especially considering that the Sinanju Stein is in the game. There's a Neo Zeong 2 boss unit in the game that uses the Sinanju Stein model, but it's not actually playable. It's not customizable, which is pretty crazy. Also, by the way, I'm not sure if there's a way to use boss units in diorama mode, but it would be kind of cool if they could. Like, I'd really like to be able to have access to stuff like the Hashimal or the Big Zam in the diorama mode, but I don't think they have I don't think it's possible to do that yet, but that also seems like the kind of thing that could maybe be modded in on PC in the future, so we'll see how that goes. I'd actually really like to see what they do mod-wise with this, because I'm sure that modders can come up with some pretty cool stuff, provided the game's not too hard to crack. Yeah, Blazelock, there's no narrative in this, which really surprised me. I would have thought we'd at least see like the narrative C-packs or something. And speaking of the narrative, we do actually finally now have a Master Grade B-pack. Not quite doing a full impromptu episode of Gunpla News in the middle of this stream, but we do have Master Grade B-pack now. They're doing a release that comes with the actual narrative Gundam, and they're also doing a standalone set for people that already have the narrative. So kind of cool they're releasing it both ways. It is like 10,000 yen for the full pack, so definitely not cheap if you're buying the narrative with the B-pack, but I think this is probably going to be my excuse to finally pick up an MG narrative, because I was kind of waiting for them to release the B-pack first, since I like the narrative. I like the narrative as a Gundam, but I don't really like how the C-pack looks, so I'm definitely going to build one now that they've got the B-pack out. Yes, the Season Pass. So the Season Pass narrative is probably very likely for Season Pass. I would say probably for Actus as well, or at least something more from Witch from Mercury, because it's kind of weird we've only got 2 or 3 from it. I saw some like screenshots of like a spreadsheet that was alleged to come from a data mine from the game that showed a whole bunch of stuff that could have been DLC. I didn't put a lot of weight on it because I couldn't find a source on it outside of one screenshot, and it didn't really line up with a lot of what I understood about what the DLC was going to be. It seemed like the way they've been talking about the DLC packs up to this point made it sound like there's maybe going to be 25 kits tops, and yet this list showed like 40 plus kits, so I kind of doubt. I'd like, if I could see like a better source or more sources for how that data was data mined, where it came from, I'd be willing to believe it, but I'm gonna press X to doubt on it for now until more info comes up. Yeah, text leak means nothing. It literally looked like something someone just could have like typed up in Notepad. Like it was I had no context for it outside of someone posting in a Discord server, so I'm like, okay. A lot of what was in the leak looked like it could be legitimate, but it was just weird enough, and just enough things didn't line up about it that I'm not willing to 100% believe it. I just want the HGB packs. Why is it Gundam Base F exclusive? I don't know, but I am glad. I do appreciate them releasing a version of it that actually comes with a narrative Gundam body, because if you had to buy the whole A pack just to get the body for the B pack, that would have been really annoying. The amount of people who fall for these leaks every time I see them, yeah. It's like, I kind of doubted it because there was a couple weird things about it. Number one was that there were a lot of sort of pseudo-redundant kits like New Gundam Verka and New Gundam Statue version, Sazabi Verka and Sazabi Statue version. And I could believe them doing one of those, right? Like remodeling a real grade style Sazabi body for the quote-unquote Gundam Statue version, which is the one that has like the giant back cannons. But I can't believe they would do that and also remodel another almost identical Sazabi based off the Master Grade, because the Master Grade and the real grade don't look really that much like each other, so they would probably have to do those as 2 different models, and I just don't see that happening. especially since there was no indication of them doing something similar for the RX-78, which I feel is probably the first Gundam that they would do any sort of double dipping on in terms of listing it in the game twice. So that made me suspicious. There was also a couple more... There was a couple too many models that weren't actually based off of real-life Gunpla kits that was making me doubtful, because yes, occasionally Gundam Breaker will do something like the Woundwort or the Bolt Gundam, but they generally keep those to a minimum, and there was just enough of those in the leak where I was like, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. My Blaziken builds a Quanta torso, build burning arms and legs, a stray head, an invisible full-armor unicorn backpack, twin wind proto long rifle. Then I was about to say, I'm assuming you're using martial arts as your melee if you're doing a Blaziken. That would obviously make sense. Alright. I've been barely paying attention to this cutscene. I really don't care what the story of this game is, but I'll let it run out for any of you guys in chat that want to see it anyways. Oh yeah. I love these launch sequences. Like, every time they do it, whenever it's like a new mobile suit that I've built, it always just looks so cool. Oh yeah. Love that cutscene. You could create the goofiest shit in this game and that cutscene will still make it look awesome. Save your DLC or I want a refund. Honestly, it's not even off the table. I could almost believe they would do G-Self as DLC. Okay, S Gundam. I've already got pretty much a more or less a complete set of S Gundam parts, so whoop, that was... Okay, I'm just gonna bazooka him. There. Whoop. I don't want to do too much damage because I want to see if I can grind out some Phas parts. Why am I not boosting? There we go. I want to see if I can grind out some Phas parts before I kill the main guy, since I think, depending on the type of mission this is, a lot of times these extra grunt guys will despawn when you kill the main leader. So I want to make sure I gather up all the parts from everything else first before I go in and I go for the kill with the S Gundam. There we go. I think I'm only missing a couple parts. Oh, there we go. Backpack for the S Gundam. That was the one piece of S Gundam I was missing. So I've got a full set now. I don't really need a lot of advanced Hazel parts. I think I'm good on those. Just in case, though, I might as well grab some Gym 3 just to have it. Oh, still out of ammo. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just use some missiles then. And then just beat the crap out of him up close. Oh, Woundwort. Okay, I think actually Woundwort I did need some parts for, but then I derivation synthesized a bunch of the pieces that I needed, so I think I might actually be good on Woundwort now. I'll grab the parts just in case. Man, he's slippery. There we go. But yeah, see, he despawned there when I killed the Hirairu. That's what you want to avoid. Oh, they're using the new MG box art for it. Interesting. Yeah, I want to make sure I kill these. Whoop. That was a really high knockdown value on their missiles, but I want to make sure I get all these Phas's first before I go for the S Gundams. Yeah. I don't need a ton of Zeta Plus parts. I already have all the unique parts from both of them, but I really want to make sure I get these Phas's. There we go. Okay, and I see one more over here. I wish the targeting system was a little better. In terms of which unit it chooses when you switch targets seems to be a little iffy. I've had times before I've wanted to select a specific target and I've had to just mash the button over and over to finally get to the point where it was actually selecting the guy I wanted to shoot at. I just get both of them at once. Okay. Well, there's another S Gundam Beam Saber. I do like the S Gundam Sabers because they got blue blades instead of red. The grades for show, they always reuse the assets from the last game. Yeah. The grades are even less useful now because it used to be that MG and HG parts were different sizes, but now that you can scale parts up and down, that almost doesn't even matter anymore. Phas doesn't drop from this level. What, when you kill the units? I'm pretty sure anything that you kill on any level has a chance of giving you parts. I don't think there's units in the game that just don't drop parts. It doesn't work that way. Yakushik in this game, yeah, it doesn't look like any of the kits. Alright, let's see what we can knock off of you. The targeting system's really annoying for mobile armors. I like the whole weak point system, it's kind of cool, but the way the lock-on targeting works can be kind of annoying. Okay, let's see if we can get some more H1 parts. Right. Crap. Wasted a shot. Come on, jump. There you go. Okay, fine. Get your hits in. I keep forgetting you have to push down on that one to get the full combo. Oh, we got some H2 parts at least. And H3. Alright, this mission might be one worth grinding then, just so we can get some more aged parts out of it. That level has an absurdly low drop rate for Faz. Are you using breaker boosters? Because I've been using brake boosters on all the missions, and it gives me a lot of parts. I think I have a full gas lamp. I don't believe I need any more. Me and my friend grind over an hour for Faz parts and never dropped. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it then. That's kind of weird. I assumed that I was thinking when you first said that maybe I was getting parts that you weren't because I was using a brake booster, but if you were as well, then I have no idea what's up with that. Every mission that I've played, I've been able to get at least some parts from each unit in the game. So I've never encountered a situation. Oh yeah, they despawned. I never encountered a situation where I was just able to get literally nothing from a certain enemy. You know, it takes some time, but I always get something. Alright, what else is here? Okay, oh, double bullet. Okay, double bullet and looks like the Titus. Okay, I'll go for Titus first. I love that on-the-ground kill that you do when their legs come off. Lots of grunt parts whenever you succeed in breaking them, especially the tickets to increase part chance. Yeah, I've been using brake boosters for everything. They're so easy to get a hold of because literally just S-ranking any mission gets you another one. So as long as you don't fumble the mission, they're basically an infinite resource. Which makes it especially weird that Bandai sells them as a microtransaction because, oh crap, I didn't know there were Age 3 fortresses there. I would have grabbed a few of them. But they actually sell breaker boosters as like a microtransaction. Like you can buy 100 of them for 99 cents. And I have no idea who's doing that because they're so easy to get in game. I can't imagine why you would ever actually pay money for them. Alright, what are we fighting? Oh, here's that Neo Zeong that I was talking about. See how there's a completely intact Sonanju Stein upper body in it? You cannot use any of those pieces in-game because there's no actual Sonanju Stein in the game. I feel like I'm not doing enough to this boss. I might be a little under-leveled. See if I can get another bar out of him at least. There we go. Oh, cool. Got his legs out. Let me see if I can retarget his arms. Come on, target the forearm. Forearm. Nope. Nope, that's not his forearm. See? This is what I mean. Look at how many times I had to switch targets before it actually targeted the arm that's directly attacking me. You know, the thing that you'd think you'd want to have be the highest priority target. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's some serious damage. Alright. Doing some more damage to the torso. Neo Zeong, especially rough round for targeting. Yeah, I don't know why they added a weak spot to every single arm on his back. That feels kind of unnecessary and just like a whole bunch of extra targets that you don't actually need to be able to hit. Yep, and he's gonna heal himself. Well, it's just more for me to destroy. Away from him. Not far enough away. Okay. He's got extra armor right now. That is not the attack that I was expecting. Okay. I am missing pieces and very... Come on, let me heal. Let me heal. There you go. Heal! Heal! Why the... What the hell? I was pressing the button. The do not symbol wasn't on it. Why the hell didn't he heal? That was really weird. There was no indication there that I wasn't able to heal. The game just decided I wasn't going to. I don't think I was doing an emote. I think I was... I pressed down left button, and I pressed the Y button on the controller to do a repair action, and it didn't do it. Oh my god, this attack's so fucking annoying. I was about to say I was going to grind this mission a lot more for age parts, but if I have to deal with the Neo Zeong 2 every time, then probably not. God, this is noxious. Okay, something came off him. There we go. Doing some more damage. Oh, come on. Oh, great. Just gonna guard this one out. Oh, none of them hit me anyways. Okay, that did some damage. Okay, we're actually we're almost done with him. He's only got one more bar of health, so we should be fine. Okay, that did a lot of damage, so... Come on. I wish he'd stop dropping to the ground at the end of the combo. I want to stay up here and continue to hammer away at him, but he like, can he fly higher than I can? Because I feel like I'm hitting like an invisible ceiling and he's just hovering up above it. Which makes him really annoying to deal with if you're using a melee suit. Like, I have some ranged options with my Gustav Karl here, so it's not a big deal. But if I was playing like a melee-only suit, this would be a royal pain in the ass to deal with. Oh, hey, MJ, we're just fighting the Neo Zeong right now. I'm not really that late. I started the stream at 4 instead of 3, because I do that usually on the weekdays to make it a little easier for people to catch it. Because I'm on the East Coast, so I'm like, kind of later than everyone else. So what is a okay time for me at 3 is like noon for someone in California, so I try to... Damn it. I try to push the streams a little later on the weekdays when I can to make them a little more reasonable to watch if you're on the West Coast. Okay, well there goes that arm, so we theoretically should not be able to do that attack anymore. We'll see how that goes. Okay, he's dead anyways. Yes, and limbs can be outside the field edge. Yes, I noticed that. It's really annoying. because I'll be in situations where like I have enough boost meter that I could fly higher, and the boss is clearly above me, but they're just like a hard ceiling that you hit. Bosses are a pain using melee builds, yeah. I like that your boost meter refills when you're falling. You can kind of just bounce your way around for a while. The broken Barbatos mace melts bosses, but it feels too much like cheating. Nice. I think my level cap's still 13, so I can't overlevel my guy too much, but I could maybe pump him up a little bit. Okay, so I got a couple S Gundam sabers. That's nice. I already had a bunch of these. Already had the excess rifle. Okay, so I got a couple guns for Age. That's nice. I got a couple Age 2 heads. Not too crazy. Age 2 is kind of my least favorite out of the three, so not super interested in that. That's a pretty high spec Hirairu body. That's nice. Age 2 body. Age 1 Titus body, which I think is just a recolor of the Age 1 question mark. Like there's no actual molding differences on the Age 1 Titus's body, right? It's just the red parts are added in. Never tried it, but I steer away from meta as much as possible. Yeah, I've not been watching for any sort of meta. I've just been kind of using whatever seems to work for me. Normal's kind of but the double bullet and dark hound are my babies. Yeah, I don't mind double bullet. I'm just kind of mid on the regular Age 2 normal. Age 1's cool though. And I really like Age 3 and FX. Okay. It does look like we have a set of Age 1 arms, which is nice. Oh, hey, there we go. Double bullet arm. Cool. Age 3 normal. And I can probably synthesize some of these parts into others that are going to be more interesting to me anyways. Here's the Age 1 legs, Age 2 legs. There's that S Gundam backpack. That's a pretty important part for me to grab. And XS. Okay, excellent. So that S Gundam and XS backpack were basically the last two pieces that I needed from the S Gundam line. So now I have all the parts for all the S Gundam variants, which is excellent because I'll be making good use of those in the future because I do really like my S Gundams. The Age backpacks are kind of just, yeah, like they're just spoilers. Nothing too crazy. And I think that's okay, that's not a new Zeta Plus shield, but it is new to have it at that rarity. H2 double bullets, one of the best melee arms for me. The large beam saber attack is CC room wipes. Okay, cool. Oh, I guess this is the guy. MG H1 normal's a goated kid at this day. Yeah, it's a really cool model. Oh, hey, this guy's cool. I like his style. The tail whip. Oh yeah, the Master Gundam Beam Claw. That's a fun weapon. I haven't tried it yet, but I've always liked in games like Gundam Versus or like even in Super Robot Wars, they always give Master Gundam some really fun attacks. Yep, I've got special anime protagonist powers. Land battles. Okay. So we have Grandpa, Strike, Age 1, and one other unit that are similar but different between and end. Oh, like the RX-78 type Gundams, yeah. You can use triggered access auto-scrolling. Yeah, I usually skip through dialogue in games pretty quick just because A, I'm a fast reader, and B, in this particular game the story is not super interesting. Also, I don't even think this part's new. I'm pretty sure she's been playing this on screen on loop for a while now. His previous MS was the Command... Wait, this is the Command Quant guy? So that was a character from the anime. Interesting. Okay, I never watched the Breaker Battlelog anime, and I never watched the Metaverse anime, so if there's any characters that are reoccurring from those shows, I'm not going to recognize them. Although, to be honest, as mid as the story is, I kind of like it better than the New Breaker story. Like, the New Breaker story was, like, painfully boring. Like, every character was, like, literally one-dimensional. And I don't like to throw around the term one-dimensional a lot, but I feel like New Gundam Breaker is one of the few times where I've seen genuinely one-dimensional characters, where every single person in that game is a singular character trait. That is it. They are a singular... You can sum up every single one of them in like 2 to 3 words, and there is no depth to their characters beyond that. And like also the character designs in this are kind of cool. Like I like the way a lot of these characters look. I don't know who the character artist is for this game, but I wouldn't say they did an amazing job, but I think they generally look pretty cool. Oh, is that a Gundam fan? Yeah, well, I don't watch like every single like random OVA thing they spit out. Like I'm not gonna sit down and watch, you know, Build Metaverse or whatever. I'm just gonna appreciate the kits because from what I've heard, the kits are the best thing about that anime. And also, Breaker Battlelog would have meant nothing to me because I didn't play the story mode of Breaker Mobile, and it felt like that was sort of like a spin-off / sequel to the mobile game that I didn't play. Although, from what I've heard, a lot of the mobile game characters do show up here eventually. Oh, not confirmed but heavily implied. Same design, same voice actor, uses double... Okay, I got you. The anime was so bad I actively avoid... Oh, dude, that's a shame. There's some legit really cool kits in the Metaverse line. The double... Was it Double O Diver Ace? Not Diver Ace. Diver Arc. The Diver Arc is super cool. They did that really interesting, like, F Kunoichi Kai cross silhouette kit. There's some awesome models in the Metaverse line. Don't skip on the models just because the show sucked. So, I'm going to... I think for the next mission, we're going to shelve the Karl, and I'm going to... Who are we going to pick? I'm thinking... So I could pump this guy up with some levels, and we could go out with the Daka Gym. Even if I don't do this, even if I don't use this one in the story mode, I still want to show you guys it in the training room because it's pretty insane. I basically just shoved as many guns and missiles as I could onto this guy, so it's pretty simple in terms of like what it does, but it's like, you know, double heavy arms machine guns, and then you got the blast impulse backpack, so we have missiles on basically everything. And then I believe there's an entire second page of the non-missile attacks, so this is the stuff that I don't really find myself using as much, but on page 1 we got just endless missiles. And there's because I have all 4 of the OP skills as missiles, because literally all 4 of them are missiles, by the time I'm done using the last out of the 4, the first one's usually recharged again, so I can basically just rain down infinite missiles. Although if I use this guy in the story mode, I am going to need to level him up a bit, because I made him a while back. Wonder if the full armor Gundam's full open attack would demo the full insanity. Maybe. I don't have a lot of full armor Gundam parts. This is mostly like Buster Gundam and Heavy Arms and Blast Impulse, kind of all fused together. Okay, I could maybe use the Monsoon. Where's Monsoon? There's Monsoon. He's pretty high level. Although, I'm thinking this calls for Overbreak. Yeah, I think we're going to use Overbreak. So this is my Gundam that made specifically for beating the story mode. He's all metallics because the metallic colors in this game look fantastic. and I basically gave him a little bit of everything. So he's got cannons, he's got melee, he's got funnels. I kind of made like the ultimate, like, you know, final half of the series, like Strike Freedom or Double O Riser style, just like super OP final protagonist mobile suit. Okay, so we did 11. Now we're moving on to 12. Actually, let me see what. I guess it would be maybe worth grinding that sometime for the age kits, but I'll do that some other time we're not streaming. Let me. I'm just gonna go for it. Ah, damn it! Right, of course. Hold A to deploy. I might need to level up some parts on him eventually, but I found with this game, if you're 1 or 2 levels under, it doesn't really matter that much. Actually curious to how full burst works. It implies it fires all available weapons, but all I see is parts activating what parts you allow to full burst. Yeah, you can choose what parts are activated by a certain ability. Like, for example, if you have... I have those savior guns on the back, the big back cannons. I can choose to either have those on separate ability slots, or I can have them fire in tandem. Hey, he's here. New clan battles. Mr. Jin's returning. I can't tell you the story of Game of Thrones, Dipper. I've never watched Game of Thrones. Wait, do we have 6 members? We got Tao, we got Lin, we have other Lin, we have the quiet girl, we have me. Who's number? Is Afro guy in our clan? Or oh wait, the Chaos's girlfriend was gonna join our clan or something, right? Wait, what do you mean ProZDGF? Does ProZD voice Chaos in the English dub? Who are you? Oh, you got a Pale Rider head. That's kind of cool. Oh, is this bootleg Moo? Has this guy shown up in the story and I just tuned him out? They're acting like they all know him. Oh, he's Chaos. Great. Okay, this is the introduction of this character. The girls have literally 0 patience for him. Nice. Alright, let me refresh my memory on what this guy's got. Okay, he's got literally everything. Oh, it freed! Hell yeah! Hold on. Hold on, let me get over here. I am so gonna be grinding a fleets from here. As soon as I can, I'm definitely going to be replacing my Goof Heat Sabers with a Fleet Sabers. Oh, Pale Rider, nice. Cool. And Alex, okay. I don't know if two of his funnels would work. That would be funny if it was actually based off the high grade, but from what I remember, I think the model, the high new parts in this game fully function in terms of funnels. Oh, man, there's some good units in this mission. Hopefully the boss at the end isn't too obnoxious and I might find myself replaying this a lot. Oh, I guess I didn't have the Gion sword already. Oh, Blue Destiny, okay. Oh, all the Blue Destinies. Right? Hell yeah. Oh, come on. There we go. That got him. And there's one more over there. Oh, there he is. I love that I can just one-shot them with that combo. Haven't even used the funnels yet. Oh, just Leos. I already have so many Leo parts by now, I really don't need more. Like, yeah, I guess it's kind of nice to have, like, some higher level ones, but it's so easy to level stuff up at this point that it's, like, whatever. Boom, oh, wrong move. There we go, get cannoned. Wow, that didn't even take out half his health. I need to level up whatever that part is. It needs an upgrade. G-Self, again, already got pretty much everything I need from him. I'll just take out some of these Mac Knives. Can always use more Mac Knife parts. Although, actually, if this is the Atmospheric Pack, I don't think I have a ton of parts from that. I think most of the G-Self parts that I have are from the Perfect Pack. Oh, cool. Got the backpack, I think. Yeah. I love just that explosion of parts that comes out. Where's that Tolkis? There he is. Come on, get over here. There you go. Gotcha. Oh, Wing Zero. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, that is Proto Zero. I wonder if at some point they'll ever add just a normal TV Wing Zero to the game. I never played GB3 Mercury, but I do enjoy the way that this game's set up perfectly fine. I don't really have any issues with the gameplay outside of the targeting stuff I mentioned. Oh, Ariel, cool. Oh, and Darabalde. Okay, let me see what else is out and available here as grunt guys. I don't want to prematurely end the mission. Okay, it's literally just the two of them now. Sweet. Hell yeah. Ah, damn it. Whiffed. Whiffed it. Whiffed that. Okay. Well, I'm out of ammo, so I'm gonna just... Come on. Get over here. That got him. There we go. So now that I have the ability to get parts for both Darabalde and Ariel, I can basically get any parts for any of them, because you can drive one into the other, so... As long as I get most of them, I should be good. Also, I have a feeling they'll get unlocked in the store after we finish Chapter 3, probably. The funnel EX DPS way lower than previous to be better with moves and skills. Yeah, I don't find myself using funnels much. I added them just to kind of have them, since I've already got everything else on this unit. I don't know if there's gonna be a ton of new story content in the DLC. Oh, there's my boy Grimoire. Oh yeah. It's a custom based off of it. Right, because this is supposed to be an enemy team. Oh, Plumas, that's cool. You can't get parts out of them, I'm sure, but the fact that they're neat here is kind of neat. I'm not paying attention to a single word that man says. There we go. Gotcha. Yeah, the Plumas don't give you anything. Get out of the way, Hainu. Gotcha. Okay, so maybe there will be a little bit of story. I assumed that the DLC missions wouldn't really have a lot of story to them, and it would just be kind of an excuse to grind for the new DLC units. They might have altered a nerf burning finger. It's harder for me to catch. Yeah, I found the tracking for the command grab type moves seems to be a little wonky. I've noticed that with both the shining and burning finger and also the similar move that the red frame has. I think that whole style of move they might have done something to stats wise. Hey, rank 18. Let's see what we get. Color presets. Okay. I think I already had most of these. Yeah, I've got all those color presets already. All right, we did get a goof or a free heat saber. Nice. What else do we get? I already got most of this stuff. Garibaldi's javelin. Okay. Already had. Did I have the Dober gun? I think I had the Dober gun already. Okay, we got the Togi's 3 cannon. That's kind of cool. We got Ariel's rifle, Red Beret's rifle. I already had one of these, but now I have 2, so we can dual wield them. Efreet head, excellent. Pale Rider head, excellent. Don't really care about the Blue Destiny heads. I don't think, weirdly enough, I don't think I had the Leo head yet, so that's actually kind of cool. I guess I didn't have the Proto Zero head either. Okay. Good stuff there. I think I had the G-Self torso already. Wing Proto Zero torso I didn't have yet. That's nice. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, Garibaldi arms. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And an aerial arm. I think I already had NT1. I think I have the full NT1 set. We got some Sandrock arms. Okay, so we got matching aerial and Garibaldi arms. And a Barbatos arm. Oh, that must be from one of the enemies at the end. Yeah, I could definitely see myself replaying that mission a few times to get some more parts. That was a pretty good one. Let me just fix that. Okay. Wait, did I not have Dom legs already? I guess not. Okay. 4-star Mac knife legs. Nice. Poki's 3 legs. I'm pretty sure those are exactly the same as the other 2. And wow, I guess I had less Wing Proto Zero than I thought I did. I thought I had most of the parts for this one. Yeah, Wing Proto Zero, Mercury, this is not from the anime on TV, nor is it from the OVA. This is from the Gundam Wing Glory of Losers manga. It's basically a retelling of the TV show as a manga that uses the Endless Waltz designs throughout the entire storyline. So they have their versions of... That's where the versions of, like, the Sandrock EW and the Heavy Arms EW that have the TV-style colors come from. And they also have their own more TV-accurate version of the Wing Zero called the Proto Zero, and that's what this is based off of. That's what they based the Master Grade Proto Zero off of. It's why we technically don't really have a Master Grade for the actual TV Wing Zero. It's a slightly different design. Got aerial legs, though. That's kind of neat. Should read Glory Losers someday. It's weird because I've never heard anything good about it or bad about it. It just kind of exists. I hear it's better than the show storyline. Maybe. I believe it's been fully translated, so I think you can just go and read it. There's too many bloody wing. Yeah, there's an insane amount of wing variants. And despite all the wing stuff they have in the game so far, barely any of it's actually for the TV show. Like, with them having a whole line of HG wing kits based off the TV show now, I was expecting we'd see a lot more of them in this game. You know, see a TV Death Scythe, maybe like TV Sandrock, but no, it's still just wall-to-wall endless waltz. Dad, you can't repaint Mobile Doll May, period. Yeah, that's a bummer. I've heard there's actually... Hang on, I'm going to actually jump into customization mode and show you something, because apparently there's actually a trick that people have discovered to sort of pseudo-recolor the Mecha Girl parts. So, let me see. Pale Rider Shield, that's kind of cool. G-Self Shield, I think I already had one of those. Wing Shield, that I had as well, that I had. Okay. Nothing too crazy. But anyways, I want to show you what you can actually do with the Mecha Girl kits. So... First of all, I do actually have Mobile Doll May parts because I derived them from Super Fumina, so I've got her a little bit earlier than you're probably supposed to in the story. So, if the clan fights are supposed to be 6v6, why do we only fight 3 guys there at the end of the mission? Oh god, she's falling for him. I always preferred the TV Wing Zero and Death. Yeah, I like the TV versions for a lot of the wingsuits. There's only a couple of them where I really prefer the EW designs. At best, they're kind of equal for me. Like, I think the TV and EW Ultron are pretty much equal in my eyes, where I really like things about both of them, but I don't see one as being a replacement for the other. The SD Gundam only gave us one Wing Zero and not the cool EW version. Oh, are you talking about SD Gundam Battle Alliance? Yeah, Battle Alliance had a pretty limited roster. Battle Alliance has a very limited roster compared to the SD Gundam G Generation games, which give you absolutely every conceivable mobile suit possible. Like, I'm pretty sure there's mobile suits in G Generation that have never even been seen outside of those games. Like, they were mentioned in, like, one line of a novel somewhere, and then they have a full move set in like, Cross Rays or whatever. Yeah, Battle Alliance, that makes sense, because the actual G-Generation SD games have insane rosters. Like, they have Wing Zero and then some. They have, like, the deepest, like, just, what the hell even is this thing? You know, random grunt suit that appeared in a photo novel from 30 years ago kind of mobile suits. Can I be real, though? I miss when Katoki's designs were rounder, like Victory, R-Series, etc. Yeah, that's fair. I like Katoki's look generally, but he definitely has years. I'm hoping to make GB4 designs exclusive as IRL models. Yeah, like, I think they could do that for some of them. The thing is, we've had Breaker exclusive mecha in previous titles, and they never made kits of them. Like, we never got a Hyakushiki J kit, we never got a Break Dias kit, so I think for some of those, it's probably unlikely that we'll be seeing actual models for them. STG generations are way better. I have Generation Cross Rays. Oh, dude, yeah, I love Cross Rays. I don't have was it Genesis? I don't have Genesis, unfortunately, because it's console only, and I haven't gotten around to getting a Switch copy of it yet, but I've played so much Cross Rays, dude. I got like over 100 hours in that game. I'm really bummed we haven't gotten another G-Generation game since Cross Rays, because it really felt like with Cross Rays, they were intentionally... I wouldn't say they half-assed the game, but when it comes to the story mode and stuff, the way that it was literally just the story of the anime instead of a new storyline like a lot of the older G-Gen games had, kind of made it feel like they were just making that game as a way to just make a crap ton of HD assets for the mecha to use in future games. You know, same thing with Genesis, right? Like, Genesis was all about, we're going to remake all of the major UC series with HD assets, and then Cross Rays was all the AU stuff. So it really made it feel like, oh, after these two games, we're going to get like a really big crossover G-Gen again that has UC and AU stuff, and they're going to like reuse a bunch of those assets to make the development easier. And they kind of just never did. They just didn't. And yes, Man Pig, I did see the Chinese Gaia gear. Wait, not Gaia gear. Tyrant Sword. I saw the Chinese Tyrant Sword kit. That was really cool. So some Chinese third-party company is making mecha models based off of, like, an incredibly obscure Gundam novel. I'm talking, like, real deep-cut stuff. The kind of things you wouldn't even know existed unless you spend hundreds of hours on Gundam Wiki. Yeah, honestly, Mercury, I think it's high time for a new Dynasty Warriors Gundam, especially since Dynasty Warriors has been doing a lot more of those kind of brand crossovers recently, right? Like they've always got like the One Piece games, but they did the Fire Emblem game and they did the Zelda game for Nintendo. It feels like we're in kind of a new age of the crossover Dynasty Warriors games. So I would kind of like to see them maybe come back with a new Dynasty Warriors Gundam. Or Gundam Warriors, as they probably call it nowadays, with the newer naming convention. So I think I only have the one... Afreet sword. Let me see. Let me go to the Blue Destiny parts. I think I only have one Afreet sword, so I don't know if I will be able to have the full dual wield. Yeah, I just have the one. Okay. I'll stick with Goof Heat Sabers for now, then. And instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just level up some of these parts. So, synthesize. We're going to use parts from everything. And I'm just going to dump some... what do I have that's low level that I don't need? You can go in. You can go in. And maybe some Zeong parts. Valkyrie Warrior. Sure. Okay. So, what do we have? Rescue, don't need that. Item drop rate quality, I would like to have that. Put it... you know what? Why choose? Why choose when I could just do this? And evolve up my part to 4 stars. So now, when we go to the next step, I don't have to choose. I can literally just go, hey, I want item drop rate quality. Boom. There it is. UC and AU SDGG, like SDGG. Yeah, like Eternal. And I don't know if Eternal ever came out or not, but I don't think Eternal is reusing assets from the 2 mainline games. It might be, but I feel like when I saw footage of it, looked like they were using full 3D models, which Crossrays and Genesis do not use. Oh hey Shin, we only just started chapter 3. We're only a couple missions into it. I'm just upgrading my parts a little bit before we go any further because I felt a little bit underpowered. And by a little bit underpowered, I mean I wasn't completely broken, which is unacceptable. That cannot stand. Just grab some random dupes to pump him up a little bit. Oh yeah, I was also able to drive parts to make a bound dock, which I didn't even know was in this game. Let's see if we can get him up to level 13. There. Your recovery when an enemy is defeated, recovery per second. I'm going to go ahead and bump him up a star. There we go. And I'm going to just go ahead and add... Which of these am I going to add? Cover on attack hit per second or enemy defeated. I'm going to go ahead and add enemy defeated there. Boom. I've not tried the satellite cannon. I haven't unlocked that part yet. I have the main body for Gundam X, and I have the harmonica cannon for the divider, but I don't have the actual Gundam X backpack yet. Just dump a bunch of stray parts into this. That one. Oh, I've already hit the cap. There. 11, level 8. Duration, hit combo, break combo, item drop, flinch gauge. Anything else here I want? HP per second's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll add some plastic to him so I can get HP per second. There we go. HP recovery per second. Boom. Find it funny that I do new type difficulty to feel equal now that I've gone so far into it. Yeah, eventually, if you start playing at new type difficulty, it's hard to go back because you get some really broken stuff. Either the GB4 lets us master skills by ranking the suit. GB3 must grind each skill individually. Yeah, I've heard of that. Oh, wait. Hang on. I'm going to use a lower level part for that. Find another level 1. There we go. Boom. I don't want to over level too much because anything the levels cap at 13, so anything you put in after that's just going to be wasted. There we go. And what are we going to add? Item drop rate, quality, flinch gauge, max duration, break combo, HP recovery. I'm thinking this one. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Curious. Like, oh, these need to be definitely pumped up. He needs to get a good leg pump in there. So, HP recovery, max duration, movement speed, run, HP capacity, make engaging hit number, item drop rate, quality. I'm definitely going to want that. Okay, I think we're good. I got thruster gauge consumption, max duration hit combo, move speed boost, thruster gauge recovery. Let's see if I have invulnerability time for dodging, movement for ground dodge, thruster gauge capacity, link gauge. Boom. Okay. And the weapons definitely need to be upgraded as well. I feel like I would be careful when I'm grabbing synthesis material for weapons, because a lot of these weapons have the same name, but are technically different weapons, and I've come very close to, like, accidentally, you know, using the wrong beam Gatling gun, for example, as materials. I really also wish, this is something that kind of annoys me about this game. Some mobile suits have the name in parentheses next to the weapon, and some don't. And there's a lot of weapons in this game where I just don't know what the hell they go to. Like, just random-ass beam rifles where I look at it and I'm like, that could be the Impulse Gundam's rifle, that could be the Strike Gundam's rifle, that could be the fucking Savior Gundam's rifle. I really have no idea what that kit goes to, because they don't actually tell you. They just give you the goofy-ass Cosmic Era name of that rifle and expect you to know whose gun it is. Okay, I got a bunch of anti-ship rifles. I guess I could use a couple of those. I try to keep at least 2 of each one of these. Yeah, like beam Gatling gun here. I know there's at least 2 weapons that are called beam Gatling gun in the game, so I have no idea which one of these is which. Because you got the Unicorn Gundam Gatling and the Heavy Arms Gatling, and they're both called beam Gatling gun. The only weapons I can maybe tell is the twin rifles, which are Wing Zero. Yeah, twin rifles are Wing Zero, but a lot of these, they just don't adequately explain what Gundam they're supposed to go to, and you just have to kind of know it preemptively. Am I using rifles? Twin sword rifle. I think I am. Yeah. That. Okay, that's good. Beam spray gun. Oh, that's right, I have a Jin gun as my secondary. I only need 2 twin buster rifles. What do I have? I find with a lot of these weapons, I don't actually have like an abundance of them. Okay, let me double check the model numbers here to make sure these are actually all the same gun. MMI 83A1. Yeah, okay, so I can take these bottom 2 and I'll be good. These look like they're all the same gun, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think we're good on that. I'm just gonna... To us in chat, lives in the United States. Is a Gundam-based tour will come to your state? Not to me. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, but there's probably one that's close enough I could reasonably go to it. It's just not something I'm super interested in seeing in person. What do we have here? A lot of these are stats that just kind of go right over my head, so I'm just gonna see if there's anything. P-power, sure. There we go. Okay, so that's ranged weapons and then melee weapons. Melee weapons are already level 10, they're probably fine. Shield, I should definitely level up the shield. So many Aegis. I have so many Aegis shields. God, and the stray shields too. Okay, what do we got? Alright, let's do that. Okay. So we got some more levels on these now. They took some of the information away from Breaker 3. GB3 had franchise info on each and every weapon. Yes, New Gundam Breaker did that as well, but they took that away for this game. Really a downgrade, in my opinion. I don't mind it for the mobile suit parts because the suit's name is in the name of the part, but when it comes to are these story missions? Yes, they are. Okay. When it comes to the weapons, I have no idea who some of those rifles go to. Oh, Barbatos parts. Okay. I guess this is going to be more of like an IBO themed deal. And I should build more 1-1 Gundams around the world. Here's my hot take. There should be less 1-to-1 Gundams, because every time they announce another one of these, it makes each one of them less cool. Like, it used to be that the 1-to-1 Gundam statue was like the cool thing to see when you're in Japan. Like, whoa, they've got a 1-1 Gundam. And now there's like 4 of them in Japan, and there's like 1 in China. And every time they add another one, it's like, okay, that's kind of neat. But it makes each one of them less cool individually. Like, yeah, you can go see the Unicorn Gundam if you're in Japan. Or you can go see the new Gundam. Or if you went a year ago, you could have seen the Walking Gundam. Or if you go to China, you can see the Freedom Gundam. Like, the more of them they add, the less interesting each one of them ends up being on an individual level. So I get the whole, like, give every country its own 1-1 Gundam or whatever, but the more they do that, really, the less impressive each one becomes. The more of those Gundam statues they do, the less it becomes like a special thing and more it just becomes like having a fucking Subway franchise location in your home city. Oh, Shinkato, I just went to the settings and changed the audio to Japanese, because I don't like English dubs in games. And I'd rather have Dio's voice actor than ProZD. It is a hot take, but it's a take that I stand by, because every time they announce a new one of those Gundams, it gets less and less interesting. No, you're not stuck with it, Shinkato. It's really easy to change it. What? Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, completely unmodified Gundam Bale. How original. Yeah, unfortunately, Liam, there's not a toggle to make the story more interesting. I would say something about the building 1-1 statues, but it'd be a joke that depends on people's knowledge of Fullmetal Alchemist. I mean, I know Fullmetal Alchemist, so I'm still not sure exactly where you're going with this. Let's hear it anyways.
僕あんな風に上から来られると次の試合
いやなおさらタオが出るべきだ。
なんで？
あんだけ言いたい放題言われた。あのムカつく野郎の花。
そうそう今まあの方のことは存じませんが、やるなら徹底的にやりましょう。私もそう思う。
みんな
I find it funny despite not knowing about Gundam, the bully character is the Titan's uniform. Yeah, that's convenient.
ほらあんたからも何か言ったら。おタオと一
I
緒
don't
に
think
出
the
て
story is great in any of the Breaker games, Breaker 3 or ST Battle Alliance either. The gameplay... Yeah, a lot of those times when the game has an original story, it's kind of eh. There's a few specific ones I've heard good things about, but I haven't played them firsthand, so I can't really vouch for their quality.
いいんじゃない？じゃあ3人とも。行こう。
Breaker Mobiles was solid, definitely better than this. Okay, cool. Okay, this is just a bunch of Dogas. I've already got it. Oh, Yak Doga. Okay, that I actually don't have. And Sazabi. Okay, so we're finally getting some of the Neo Zeon suits. In one of the quest missions, we did get access to the new Gundam and High New Gundam parts, so I have some of those. It'll be good to get some Neo Zeon to go with them. I think I've basically got a complete Kshatriya and Unicorn at this point, so I'm pretty much set on those two. Yeah, knock her apart. Just a cannon. I think I've got all of that one too. Yeah, I've got complete just a cannon. I've got complete Zeta Plus. I can don't need to go too crazy with these guys. Alright. The enemy up here? I would assume so. It seemed like they were kind of leading us up here.
強敵が出てきたで。気づけてや。
Oh, it's Kasi Gundam. Well, there's a mission, there's a triple boss fight that's basically exactly like this in one of the quest missions, and I already got all the parts I needed from it, so I'm just gonna kind of quickly slam through this. I already got a full Kasi Gundam. I think I have almost everything from Full Armor Unicorn, so... Damn it, I can't believe that missed. There we go. That'll take him down most of the way, and then I can just finish him off, assuming he doesn't go invulnerable. And we're good. Okay.
Mission clear だね。
Did Breaker Mobile have a beach episode? I mean, I guess it doesn't surprise me. It is a gacha game. Are those? No. Okay, those are standard grazes. The lighting was weird, so I thought those might have been the Arionid Fleet grazes, and I got excited that we might have some different graze variants in the game for a second. But unfortunately, it's just the standard ground types. Nothing too interesting. Oh, rebake. Okay, cool. Okay. Who are we fighting? Oh, Bale. Nice. Okay. There you go. And let's stun you real quick so I can combo your ass. Gotcha. Breaker Mobile at a beach chapter. Okay, cool. Oh, Kimaris Vidar, nice. What else do we got here? Barbatos Rex. Okay. I'll take out both of these guys. Damn it, again, whiffed the claw grab. Nope, nope. There, it took 4 flicks of the stick to target the guy that was literally standing right next to me. Right next to me. Oh hey, little mini claw. What? Get back here. Oh, I can't grab him. Can I stun him? Yes. Oh, damn it. Wasn't fast enough. Come on. Boom. What's over there? Oh, there's another Grace left. Now there isn't. Yeah, the targeting system's really annoying. I mean, you saw it right there. It selected literally every single opponent in the field except for the Kimaris Vidar that was literally breathing down my neck. Oh yeah, I know you get a lot of money for destroying the classic kits, but it's just always so funny when they show up. Okay, so these are the story mode enemies. Come on, that shouldn't have missed. Oh, cutscene. Okay. Are they gonna 1v1? Only the G Project Trifecta can appear. Okay, I was wondering how many old kits they did that for. The recent MG Vidar hype almost makes me want to get some HG-IBO kits until I remember I hate HG-IBO kits. I don't hate them, it's just... IBO did a really bad job of making me care about its mobile suits. They're just like, there's like such a breakneck pace that they just rush through from one to the other that you never get to like really sit with one suit and appreciate it. Even with Barbatos, Barbatos is used start to finish in the show, and it has like 8 different forms. So, especially with Season 1, basically every single significant scene with the Barbatos has a completely different Barbatos design. So there's no like one definitive Barbatos as a result. Like the 4th form is the one that they use for like the kits and for the games and stuff, but even the 4th form isn't used a ton. Like they're constantly rotating out parts on it. Yeah, I don't mind the HG-IBO frame. I thought it was perfectly fine. I think a lot of the issues that people have with the IBO frames are a bit overblown, but it was the start of the issue we still have to this day with Witch from Mercury kits, where they try to make it out of like the absolute minimum amount of parts possible, and you have like these really like just basic ass construction. Except I forgive it a lot more with IBO kits, because IBO kits were trying to jam a full frame into an HG, which in retrospect they probably shouldn't have done, but on top of that they were cheap. They were cheap as hell. They were like 1,200 yen kits. So I can forgive the construction of an IBO kit at 1,200 yen a lot more than I can forgive the Witch from Mercury kits at, you know, 2,500 yen or whatever. Get over here. Gotcha. Alright. Any big enemies? Yes, they are. Okay, there they are. So I'm gonna take out... Ooh, you're slippery. Come on. Ah, crap. Damn it. Made me waste my melee. Boom. That should take care of you. IBO was doing a bad job of selling kits though, because every time something showed up, I would go, okay, I guess that's cool, and then it would never be used again. Like, remember the Vidar? Do you remember how much they hyped up the Vidar when they announced that model? It did absolutely fucking nothing in the anime. Because they were so intent on, like, rushing on to the next thing. It was always about the next thing, so by the time the Vidar showed up, it was in the show for like 5 minutes, and they immediately replaced it with Kimaris Vidar. And Polycaplus would not be an upgrade for the IBO kits.
何言うとるん。勝てたんはみんなが追ってくれたおかげや。せやからお礼を言うのはこっちやで。
I actually don't have more witch kits than IBO kits. I have the Hyakuri, I have the Roe, I have the Schwalb Greys, I have the Helmvidge, I have the Shiden, and I think probably a couple others that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. And the Flauros, I have the Flauros. So I have a lot more IBO kits than I do witch kits. Yeah, I never had any standing problems with any of my IBO kits, man, pig. Even the 100s. Gonna try. Oh, I saw that, MJ. Yeah, the metal frame parts for the IBO frame. That could be potentially pretty cool. So there's the Yakdoga saber. I think I already had the Barbatos sword. Veil sword. Okay, that's cool. Just one, but it's easy to grind for another. Anything new here? No, that's the C+. Not C+. C1 weapon. I already had that one. Unicorn bazooka. That feels new, but I don't think it is. Wait, oh, right, from one of the boss units. Sazabi head, that's pretty cool. My 100s don't stand anymore, I blue tacked them to shelf. Yeah, I never had a problem with that. Even arguably the worst kit I own in terms of that is the Master Grade Jinx 3, and even that kit stands just fine for me. Which is good, because I love that model. Like, it is objectively a crap kit, the Master Grade Jinx, but I love it so much. It's such a just cool, incredibly cool looking kit. Oh, full armor head, finally. That was one of the few pieces I was missing from that. Did get Kimaris Vidar and Lupus Rex's heads, that's pretty cool. Anything else interesting here? Kimaris Torso, I don't think I had that yet. Kimaris Vidar's Torso, cool. Oh, 4-star Gray's Torso, that's kind of nice. The turnover of G-Witch's kits is ridiculous, couldn't get attached to any non-main units besides Star Balde, Mike Health. Yeah, they did the same thing that IBO did, where they're just the constant, deluge of new kits, and I think Bandai thinks that will make them sell more kits, because they're like, oh yeah, there's so many constant new Gundams coming out that everyone's going to want the newest thing. But the reality is, the reason that 20 years later, 30 years later, 40 years later, they're still able to sell kits to the Gundam Mark II, they're still able to sell kits to the Freedom Gundam, they're still able to sell kits to the Zeta Gundam, and the reason they're able to do that is those mobile suits stuck around for more than 2 damn episodes. So people had actual time to get attached to them. And they don't do that anymore with the newer shows. And it shows, because yes, the bulk sales of model kits for Witcher Mercury was insanely high, but on an individual basis, each one of those kits individually is going to sell really poorly over the next few years relative to a lot of older kits, because no one is going to want any one specific kit outside of maybe the Ariel or the Caliban. No one's going to be buying a fucking Demi Trainer in 2027. They're going to be on to whatever the new thing that Bandai has, and they'll still be buying Freedom kits. They'll still be buying even kits of stuff like the Gaia Gundam. But man, and I just wish they would have handled that better. It's one of the many things that Witcher Mercury came close in a lot of things. They did a lot of things that I liked, but then they'd also just drop the ball really hard. And I wish Bandai would just make a Gundam series, like a full TV show, where they just give a small number of mobile suits a chance to shine. Don't just go full, ADD, throwing new suits out left and right. Just give us a few new suits and let us get used to them, let them get attached to them, tell a cool story with them, and make us want those kits forever instead of for the 5 minutes that they're actually in the show. That has not always been the case with Gundam. In fact, Zeta Gundam absolutely had some issues with the Titan's mobile armors, where a lot of them are really forgettable. But a lot of times with Gundam, they give you a main cast of Gundams, right? You have the boys from Wing, you have the main 3, or the main 5, I guess, from Gundam X, and they stick with those pretty much through the entire show. Maybe halfway through the show they get some sort of upgrade, but they give you a good 20 or 30 episodes to sit with and really appreciate and enjoy those mobile suits, and you don't see that as much with newer shows like IBO and Witcher Mercury. Still waiting info on the 30th anniversary G Gundam series. Oh, that wasn't a series. That was a novel, and I think it's either already come out or it's coming out soon. That was not a TV anime or anything like that. It was just a novel. One suit for each major character plus a grunt. That's all we need. Yeah, I don't even mind if we get like a few grunt variants, because that's always a thing. But like, give each important character a mobile suit. And, you know, you can have like them get like a mid-series upgrade around the 20 episode mark or whatever, but give us some time to like really associate those mobile suits with their characters. So when a character does something cool, or we grow to like a character over time in the story, we have something that's actually attached to them and not just whatever mobile suit they happen to use at this particular moment. I keep hearing about people are struggling with HDIBO frames. It's crazy, especially after they do stuff like Asmodee. Yeah, that's the main cast. Exactly, Manpig. It's the main cast. Even the main cast in a lot of these newer shows don't get one definitive mobile suit. Like, in Iron-Blooded Orphans, basically the only main character who has one consistent suit is Akihiko with his Gujion Full City. Like, look at, like, McGillis. Like, he uses the Schwalbe Grace, like, twice. The Helmvid was supposed to be his, but he didn't even use it. He used the Grimgird a couple times. He used the Bale, like, once and got his ass beat. He used the... I think he had, like, another Graze variant that he used a couple times as well. Like, every time you saw him go out and do something in battle, it was a completely different machine, almost. Yeah, Full City was... Gujion Rebake and Rebake Full City was one of the only parts of the main cast where one of the main characters actually had a Gundam that they carried through the whole show. The Mark II is so iconic because the Zeta didn't appear until 20 episodes in, and even more importantly, they kept the Mark II around. The Mark II stayed around from the start of Zeta Gundam until the end of freaking Double Zeta. That thing's got like 100 episodes of screen time. We got Bale arms, Kimaris. I think we got most of the Kimaris Vidar, actually. Oh yeah, we got legs, we got arms, we got body, we got head. No backpack. No backpack, unfortunately, but we got almost everything else for Vidar, Kimaris Vidar, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Never mind how the units without frames from G-Reco, like the Nyodu, Hekat, Beef... Yeah, dude, I've never even heard any of those names before. I have no idea what any of those are, except for... I think I know the Hekate just because it showed up in Gundam Versus, and that was my first introduction to it. Char kept the same color scheme when he was swapping suits. And yeah, even when he was swapping suits, he still kept them for a little while. Like, he wasn't immediately going from, like, you know, Zaku in one episode and then the Zagok, like, 2 episodes later. Core Gundam would be a better example of sticking with a single kit for a while. Yeah, it is. I think Core Gundam they did okay with. In fact, in general, the build series aren't really susceptible to this because it seems like with the build shows, when a main character does have a specific mobile suit, they tend to stick with that gunpla through most of the show, right? Like, you know, you do see some upgrades, but for the most part, they stick with one. So the build series, even when they falter in other areas in terms of quality, they are pretty good in that regard. What's my opinion of the Gundam build series? Too many mobile suit per episode? Oh, not at all. Like, I think the build series is fine because a lot of the background suits in build are just about, hey, look, it's that mobile suit you haven't seen on screen for 25 years. Here's a little glimpse of it to remind you that it still exists. Like, most of those aren't even really about selling kits. It's just about, hey, here's a bunch of fun little background references. The ones they sell kits of are the actual main characters, and like I just said, as far as I remember, in Build Fighters Try, Build Divers, and Build Divers Re-Rise, every main character has a gunpla that they use through pretty much the entire show, so you end up being able to associate that gunpla with the character. 0079 does have a lot of episodic suits, yes. But then they've also got ones like the Zaku and the Goof and the Dom and the Gyokug and the Gundam and the Gun Cannon and the Gun Tank that just stick around. Like, you don't see Amuro, Kai, and Hayato using different mobile suits every 2 episodes.
ガンプラが
ああなるほどな。
仮にリリンちゃんがマジだったとしても
あんたはリリンの何なの
So only see those build shows. Honestly, I would recommend watching Build Fighters, and I would maybe recommend watching Build Fighters Try as well. After that, the decline in quality is pretty extreme, and you're probably not gonna get that much out of the later shows. They drop in quality really fast. Neptate is some character significance is underused. It is. Wish the Saturn X got a bit more time. Yeah, some of those later Planet Armors could have been used a bit more, but overall, I'm okay with how the core Gundam was handled.
あの時は
今日の戦いを
Neptate was a left down, literally did nothing. That was the Stargazer looking one, right?
ま今日ぐらいはいい
Okay.
ミッションオーダーです
Wait. 1, 2, 3. There's only 4 missions for Chapter 3. Right? Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm a dumbass. I forgot that they don't appear until after you've completed them. I was like, wait a minute. I'm not gonna end the stream now. It's only been an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, it was the Stargazer armor. Yep, that was kind of a bummer. Actually, wait, before I do anything in there, I wanna. Actually, you know what? I feel like I'm happy enough with how my Gundam is at the moment. I'm not gonna do any customization on it right now. Yep, I've already got that selected. Brake booster and deploy. Re-Rise is cool, but you need to watch Build Divers to understand it. I don't think you need to watch Build Divers to understand Re-Rise. Hang on, let me take my headphones off so these characters aren't babbling in my ears while I'm talking. The advantage of watching Divers before Re-Rise is that Build Divers is so, like, aggressively mid throughout its entirety that watching 25 episodes of it in succession just, like, kind of deadens your senses and it sort of beats you into submission mentally. So when the first half of Re-Rise looks like it's going to be exactly like Build Divers, your brain just kind of accepts it as the status quo. And so when things get interesting about halfway through Re-Rise, it really hits you a lot harder if you've already sat through Divers, because you've been in such a, like, almost, like, trance-like state for so long of just, like, how aggressively mid the show is, that the moment that something interesting happens, it's like someone throwing a bucket of cold water in your face, and it just wakes you right up. So in that sense, I would recommend watching Divers before Re-Rise, but probably not for the reasons that the writers intended. Yeah, No Name versus 00 Diver was cool. It was like a brief little glimpse back into what we used to get with Build Fighters. Do you think I'm going to live stream up the last chapter? Probably not. There's, like, diminishing returns in terms of future streams as far as, like, how many people are actually going to sit around for, like, 10 or 15 streams of the same game. So at some point, I'm probably going to just finish the story off screen. I might record it off stream just to, in case there's, like, anything that actually, like, funny or crazy that happens in the story that I might want to react to. But for the most part, I think after a certain point, I am going to just finish the game off stream, and then I will probably stream the game more in the future, but it won't be for the story mode. We'll do like customization streams and stuff, maybe some grinding streams where I just kind of hang out and talk with chat. I didn't really get into Re-Rise as much as others. I agree it was better than OG Divers, but prefer the entire Spider series way more. Hard to agree, man, Pig, but I still... I wouldn't say I love Re-Rise as much as some people do, but I appreciate what it tried to do, especially coming off after Divers. Like I said, you really have to be lulled into submission by Divers in order for Re-Rise to hit you at its maximum potential, because otherwise it's okay, it's good, but it's not great unless you have the the 25 episode appetizer that is Divers first. Luna Mario stream's coming, Dipper. Luna Mario stream is coming.
ミスターが私と同じ AI になってくれたらさあクラン戦も今日で
Damn, rejected by the AI.
対戦カードの発表がありましたが
そうだね。ここ
それは楽しみですね。ます私も応援してますので。
さて次の試合か。ってことで、
はいはい、そういうのはなしで。シーナ、どうかし。失礼しました。何でもあり。
憂い顔はお嬢には似合わないぜ。どうだい？
今はクラン戦の開催中ですよ。
だが、俺のお嬢。いやあ。
Oh, hey, he's back.
あれから随分活躍しているようだね。
Alright, cool.
せっかくいいところだってのに。
I don't know if it's just a Plutine issue. I don't know about others, but my Raven feels horrible. Yeah, guys, the planet armors have like the most abysmal QC of any Bandai kit that I've experienced. And I don't mean a bit when I say bad quality control, you have to understand what bad quality control means. It doesn't mean that every single person's copy of every kit is bad. It means that there is absolutely no guarantee that your kit will be good or bad because they're not controlling the quality. So I've had planet armors that were totally fine, and I've had planet armors that were just hot garbage. And it doesn't correlate at all to the experiences that other people had with them. Because one person can have a great Earth 3 and a terrible Mars 4, and another person can have a great Mars 4 and a terrible Earth 3, because it's not a quality issue, it's a quality control issue. There's so many pieces that have really precise tolerances on those models that have to fit together just right, that if they don't exactly nail it on an individual kit-by-kit basis, the end experience is really bad. Yeah, it's one of the reasons I really don't like the planet armors, is because while they're cool in concept, the execution is just too reliant on the individual experience that you might happen to get lucky or unlucky with on your kit. Like, I wish they were better. I wish they were more consistent, but with not even... I'll wait for him to stop talking. Not even kit to kit, but just part to part on the kit. Some pieces will be fine, and some pieces will be super loose, and you can glue stuff, you can add like extra layers of material to make the joints fit a little tighter, but at the end of the day, I really wish they had a better system of construction to get those parts to remain attached.
彼の一度対戦。
何それ。
短い付き合いだったな。
追い出そうとするな。
それでどうだね。
There's no option to say yes. I can't ditch these losers and go with chaos. Okay, fine.
ほら、前と同じでお断りやそうやで。
当然だよね。ここで抜けるなんて勝ち逃げみたいな真似したら絶対許さないから。
そうか。本人のみならず周りだが私は諦めないよ。
二度と来ないでよね。塩でも撒いといて、タオ。
If you need to fix the kit yourself, that's a failure of the kit in my book. I mean, it depends on how prevalent of an issue it is. Like, if you have like some weird one-off issue with your kit, that's one thing. If there's consistent issues with a model where a lot of people have the same problem with it, that's a bigger issue.
そんな武装あったかな。
そもそもここじゃ意味ね。
どないしたんや。
タオ、でもシーナ、みんな。
おっと、ほんまや。
大丈夫かい？
ええ、大丈夫です。じゃあ残りのメンバーはリリーさん、お二人にお願いできませんか？
Oh yeah, the no name just straight up being the wrong color, and apparently that was a feature, not a bug, because they immediately at the same time they sold the correct colored no name parts as an option set, so it kind of seemed like they just wanted you to, you know, buy both of them. Yeah, that was weird. It's very rare that they get the colors that off on a Gunpla. Like the only other example I could think of that where they got just not even like, because like there's times where like the exact shade of the color is a little off, but the only other time I remember it being that extreme was with the Rose and Zulu and Unicorn.
今回もご仕方ね。よし。
Oh, Legend Gundam, nice. All right. Oh wait, hang on. I want to get the other guys first. Okay. Blast Impulse. I think I already have a full set of Blast Impulse parts, but I'll hack them up anyways. I definitely don't have all the Strike Freedom parts. Okay, there's an Infinite Justice up there. And that's it. Okay. Now we take out the Legend. Even the option set isn't right? It's too light of a gray? Huh. Oh! Oh, Akatsuki's here too, okay. So this is just like all the Destiny suits. But like the late game Destiny suits. We already had like the Savior and Chaos and Gaia in one of the earlier missions. Oh. Can I please get the Awashi pack this, or not the Awashi, the Atori pack this time? Because I fought the Atori Strike Rouge so many times, and I have literally every Strike Rouge part except for the backpack. You know, the one part that actually matters because it's not just a Strike recolor. Okay, we got the Strike Noir backpack. That's cool. I don't think I got the part I needed from the Strike Rouge though. Oh, Gym Command type. Okay, haven't encountered those yet. You know what really surprises me? We are 5 games into Gundam Breaker, and the GM Sniper 2 is nowhere to be seen. Like, what is going on? There's no GM Sniper 2, there's no Rija Z, there's no Crossbone Full Cloth, there's no Zaku 3. Like, there are some really weird exclusions in these games. Normally they do a legitimately really incredible job of just representing everything they can in the roster. So when they have those weird little exceptions where they fail at it, it's especially weird. Like how? How do you not have the Gym Sniper 2? It's a crazy popular kit. Bandai does not hate the Gym Sniper 2. The Gym Sniper 2 gets an insanely disproportionate amount of love. It got an MG when, like, Bandai was making nothing but the safest possible options, and they made a GM Sniper 2. They absolutely love that. It was also the only thing from War in the Pocket to have a Robot Spirits before the anime line started. There's a huge GM Sniper 2 bias. Alright. You... Oh, so hey Gregory, welcome to the stream. Got some more GM Command parts. This might be a good mission to grind for parts on. There's a lot of units in here that I don't have anything for yet. go. This is just ground Gundams and gun tanks. Okay, nothing too crazy. Boss fight.
私は今まで親の言うことに従ってきました。家のためと納得もしていました。ですが GB4 を始めて私にも仲間ができて、皆様を見ていると本当にこのままでいいのかと考えてしまいます。たとえゲームの世界であっても皆様は本気でバトルし、
Gregory, I've played Gundam vs. Gundam Next Plus on PSP on stream before. A few streams back, I was playing this game called Starward, and it was just like super buggy, and I couldn't get a full stream out of it. So eventually, I just said fuck it and started playing Next Plus instead.
敵の増援。シーナ、大丈夫です。後ろは私に任せて、お二人は前の敵を。ここまで接近を許すなんて。あ、ダメなのですか。やはり私の力では。一人で耐える必要はない。え？シーナに何があったのかはわからないけれど。
Oh, Dipper, are you talking about the Robot Spirits game? I haven't actually tried playing that yet. I have the file for it, so I'll check it out at some point. Oh, you're talking about Battle Chronicle. Yeah, I haven't played that one. I haven't played that one before. Any of the Japanese-only games that are really story-heavy, I usually avoid because there's not much I can get out of them since I don't speak Japanese. As much as I would love to play something like Gurren's Greed, it's just kind of unparsable if you don't actually speak Japanese. Enemy player. Okay, so we're fighting against... Okay. Oh, this is one of those teams that they showed in the brackets. He's going on a whole character arc over there, and I'm just here hacking up mobile suits. Wait, that didn't kill? There we go. Come on. Come on! Select! There we go. The one, literally the one mobile suit left in the field. Select it, please. I wish old Gundam games were easier to play. After finishing the anime, I've basically been living off the manga to give me joy with Gundam. Some of the older games aren't too bad. Some of them are really clunky, though. Bandai would just print money if they ported and translated the old GG games. I mean, to an extent, yeah. Thankfully, we do have a fan translation for Overworld, I think. And then Crossrays and Genesis are officially in English, so between the three of them, we do have some pretty good G-Gen content to enjoy. Oh, I got the sword, strike, sword. Oh, okay, well that's another Strike Rouge part that I didn't know I didn't have. I didn't know that they made the sword for the Atori pack as a separate weapon. Find it possible to pay attention to dialogue during gameplay? Yep, yeah. It just does not register, especially if you're playing subbed. Like, the one time that I will even entertain playing a Japanese game dubbed is if there's a lot of important dialogue during the actual gameplay, because I don't necessarily want to be reading subtitles the whole time. But if 90% of the story, or quote-unquote story in this case, is in cutscenes, I'm going subbed every single time. Oh, I got the Atomic Bazooka. I might have to try that one out. I assume it's got to be pretty good, right? They should have officially brought Breaker 3 to North America. I mean, they didn't really, but they kind of did. The unspoken purpose of a lot of those Asian English releases is to basically make a pseudo-international release without all of the licensing issues that can sometimes come with that. It's like a kind of a half measure to be like, hey, we know people want this, we'll make it technically exist so that the super fans can go out and get it, but it's not yet worth it enough for us to go through the hoops to actually release it internationally. And once they do that, a lot of times they realize, oh wow, there is a market for this, and usually a game or two down the line, you start to actually see like full international releases. Over 20k concurrent player base for this game, nice. Wait, are those two different heads? Yes, they are. Okay. Again, I don't need a Strike Rouge head. I'm fine with the Strike Rouge head. It's literally the same as a normal Strike head. I just want the backpack. Please give me the backpack for the Strike Rouge. Okay, high rarity Strike Freedom torso. That's cool. Akatsuki torso. I appreciate that. Gym 2. Oh yeah, Gym 2 semi-strikers in this. I didn't even realize that until I was looking at the derivative synthesis, but it's kind of a little underwhelming because it's just a new pair of arms and a weapon, but yeah, we got another GM variant. Heard the voice for Tao in English and immediately switched to the Japanese dub. The urge to shove him in a locker is too strong. Yeah, like, to its credit, it's not like the worst English dub I've heard, but even when faced with a good English dub, unless it is like holy shit outstanding levels of good, I'm still 9 times out of 10 gonna go with the subbed version. There's some merit to the alternate color for units because it gives you different color areas. On some of them, yeah, but I'm pretty sure the Strike and Strike Rouge have the same color layout. Okay, so we've got a Legend Gundam arm. That's good. Strike Noir arm. Amphor arm. I could always use more of those. I was a little short on them. Gym Command arm. I would like to get the Gym Command head, ideally, so that I can use that, because that's kind of my favorite part of the Gym Command. Matching Strike Noir arms, matching Camphor arms. Freedom? Oh, okay, I guess from the boss fight at the end. Infinite Justice legs, I already had those, but we do got Legend legs now. Strike Noir legs, that's pretty cool. Also, I realized a little while ago, you can technically make the Strike E in this game because you have the parts for the Strike Rouge IWSP and you have the parts for the Strike Noir, so you can just kind of kit bash them together. The only dub I prefer for Gundam is, aside from G Gundam because it was funny, is 00. The casting was really good. 00, I think with Gundam 00, I kind of bounced back and forth between watching it subbed and dubbed because I watched it over the course of a fairly long period of time, and I watched it from different sources. So some places I watched it had it subbed, some places had it dubbed, and I just kind of switched back and forth between them every few episodes. I hate the trend of them bringing YouTubers into English dubs. Yang voicing Kiryu like a dragon was a travesty. Yeah, I don't hate the guy, but he's really not cut out to play Kiryu. Oh, okay. Dreadnought legs must have been from the bosses there at the end, because I got very excited. I was like, holy crap, how did I miss fighting the Dreadnought Gundam? But I guess it was from one of those final kit batches. Also, Gaia Gundam legs finally. Holy crap, took ages to get those. I still don't think I have the torso for it. Shiranui backpack, nice. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get some celebration in the chat after hours and hours of grinding? From this one random story mission, I finally have an Atori backpack. I don't think I can overstate how much I tried to get this part before when I was grinding quests, and I just randomly got it. Not only one, I got 2 of them just spontaneously from this story mission. In fact, I think there might have only been 1 Strike Rouge in this story mission. Am I keeping up with buying kits in the shop? Not a ton, because I don't really like buying the kits in the shop, because first of all, they're always at a really low level, and secondly, I kind of enjoy the gameplay loop of playing the game to unlock the parts gradually as you're playing and building up your suits bit by bit, more so than just buying them in the store. I like having the option to buy them in store because it's useful for like derivative synthesis when you just need to grab an extra set of parts for a mobile suit and it doesn't matter what level they are. But for the main gameplay, I'm not a big fan of using the store. I'll use it sometimes if there's like a 1 or 2 parts that I really need, but for the most part, I don't really use the store that much. Outside of the non-Gunpla stuff, like the diorama stuff, I always buy in the store as soon as I see it. Got a GM command shield, that's nice. HD Atori, yes, if only the HD Atori existed in real life. Hopefully we get that as an option set soon, because it is prime option set material.
これで最後ってどういうことだよ、お嬢。
I only buy parts from the shop as a last resort. They start at level 1. Yeah, exactly what you said. Oh yeah, I know you can upgrade the rarity later, but even then, it's like, you can just... It's so easy to grind for most parts in this game that I just do it through the normal gameplay.
悩みがあるなら。
皆様。
って言うても、
いえ、そのお気遣いだけでも皆様が私の近くにいてくださっているだけで。
I'm not gonna lie, surprised we got the gun barrel before the Atori. Yeah, I mean, that is a little weird. I guess it kind of makes sense though, because they already had the... Well, I was gonna say they already had the parts for the Gundam Breaker version, but they probably made the Breaker version because they already knew they were making the standard one, so that doesn't really mean anything. The amount of resources to go into the parts of the shop makes it not worthwhile unless you really need a part or two, yeah. The parts to get something from level 1 star up to the max is not insignificant, especially if you're doing it for a lot of kits.
もちろんや。
また仲間
お嬢にはや。
本当に
ほんまや。
シーナ。ええ。私くじけそうになったら。
Okay, so let's see. We got a new notification. I guess this is just, yeah, this is just story stuff from the different characters. And got a new title. Okay. Alright, I guess there's one of those after most of the story missions. Do I think this game will last? I mean, what do you mean by last? Like, I definitely think people will stick around and play it for a long time. I think it'll continue to sell for a while because it's basically one of the best Gundam games we've gotten cross-platform. So yeah, I think this game will last. Oh, is that the end of Shina's character story? Okay. I really don't care one way or the other, to be honest, which is unfortunate. Let's take a look at some of our new stuff. So, I think it was mostly Destiny stuff, so pop over to Destiny here. Already had most of this stuff, but you are new. Iwawashi head. I think the Destiny Gundam torso is new as well. Akatsuki torso. Freedom. Okay, so I'll look into some of that stuff later and probably make some modifications to my Gundam. SD Battle Alliance sold well from what I heard. It sold okay. It wasn't a great game. It was just kind of... I feel like if there were more good Gundam game options cross-platform, Battle Alliance would not have been as heavily praised as it was, because a lot of it was just that people were desperate at the time it came out, so the game just not being terrible was enough for it to get a ton of praise. Oh, popular. Yeah, I think this is going to stay populated for a long time. Like, dude, when New Gundam Breaker came out, it was so bad that it actually made Gundam Breaker 3 start trending in the sales charts in Japan again. There's always going to be people going back to whatever the current best Gundam Breaker game is, there's always going to be people playing it. There's always going to be new fans buying it because this is such a like tentpole game for Gundam fans that anytime new Gundam fans come into the hobby, anytime between when this game comes out and when Gundam Breaker 5 comes out, every single one of them is going to get recommended to play this game. There's always going to be new people playing it. The fans that already have it are going to stick around because not only is there an assload of content in this game, but people are going to be just customizing kits in this forever. For crying out loud, up until this game's release, there were still people playing Breaker 3 and just making all sorts of customs and stuff. This game is going to have insane longevity. And yeah, I think it's likely that we're going to get more DLC seasons after the first one. Okay, I think this is the final mission out of this chapter, I believe. We'll see where it goes from here. Hang on a moment, I gotta let my cat out. A whiny little girl. Yeah, you are. It's the old lady. Hopefully Bandai will do good on their promise and focus on quality instead of quantity. I mean, they sure brought the quality with this game, like, holy crap. Quality and quantity. I hope the DLC changes the mission structure, though. I don't want more wave-based content. Give us meteor stages. I feel like the stage layout of the DLC missions is probably going to be very similar to what we have in the base game. I don't think they're going to change that a ton. Yeah, I don't know when Mighty Strike Freedom and Calibarn are releasing exactly. I hope it's soon, though. I really want to play around with the Calibarn parts. Is this gonna be like the team from Breaker Mobile or something? Really hope Bandai doesn't pull the typical move of taking a rocket launcher to the leg the second something works out well. Well, there's only so much they can do to retroactively sabotage the game. It's not a live service. It's not free to play. They can't shut it down. Like, no matter what they do in the future, they'll never be able to take this away from us. Are you gonna make a review about the Sentinel third-party kit? At some point, yes, I am. I definitely want to do a more concise video with my thoughts on that kit. That's a little more trimmed down than 17 hours of build content. So yeah, at some point I do want to get a video out on the SFI Sentinel. Can't even worry about them ruining the balance. It's no PvP. Yeah, it's a single player campaign. And like, yeah, there's technically multiplayer content, but like, people play this for the single player. The multiplayer is just kind of a cool bonus.
でもリリン、いろんなこと。
いい傾向いで、あ、まあわかった。じゃあ拝みに行くと。
I gotta hop in. Dude, yeah, you have to hop into more China Plot. There's so much cool shit out there. Oh, V2 Assault Buster. I actually have some parts from this already thanks to the derivation synthesis.
チームを念願の全国大会出場に導いた。だが大会に参加するための予算がどうしても工面できなくてな。出場自体もやむなしか。そう思っていた俺たちの前に折よくスポンサーが現れてくれたんだ。
じゃあ出場できたんだ。
ところが資金提供の条件は向こうが推薦するビルダーを一人出場メンバーに入れることだった。となると当然元いた誰。
Oh, turn A.
それがマシマ。
でついでにチームからも抜けたってわけだ。そのまま
Carpool. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some carpool parts for sure. Are there more? Sumo. Okay, all three of them. Oh, Jinxes. Okay. Oh yeah, get those Dynamis parts. Wish my local store would get some MG Turn A. I don't know if that kit's been reprinted for a while. I think it was a little while ago, but it hasn't been super recent. And Jinx 3. Oh. Oh, H2 Magnum. Nice. And the double bullet. Okay. Yeah, Turn X has not been... The last time it was reprinted was during COVID as a Gundam base exclusive. It has been ages since we've gotten any sort of Turn X. Oh, interesting. They're using the no-grade box for the double O. This would be a good place to grind for more Red Beret parts, because there's a lot more of them spawning here than the other mission that I was playing. And Tazoe, okay. Come on, drop yourself. There you go. Gotcha. What's over there? Oh, another Tyrant. Okay. I'll take you. Are you kidding me? On. Okay, I'm just gonna spam him with ranged. There we go. I can't remember which kit it is, but there's two in the shop with the same box art. Yes, the dual and the dual assault shroud. And they've probably done that for others as well. It's weird because sometimes they'll use the old no-grade box art, so I kind of would have thought they'd use the no-grade dual box art for the assault shroudless dual, but they just went with the high-grade art for both of them. Nope. Whipped that. Okay, I got him in the corner. We should be good. And funnels on yourself. There you go. Guy's a resilient fucker. He's been vulnerable this whole time. How was I not doing damage to him? I thought vulnerable means the shield meter's depleted. How does he keep refilling it? Yeah, it says vulnerable, and yet I'm not doing any damage to his health. Okay, that's got to be a bug. There's no way, with all that I've hit him with, there's no way that I've done exactly 0 to his HP. There's something up there. Okay, so this guy's taking damage. Yeah, see, it says vulnerable, and then you start damaging the HP meter instead of the shield meter. Or guard meter, whatever the smaller blue meter below him is. Oh, story reasons, that's why. I was like, okay, there's no way that I'm not damaging him. They prevent you from doing more damage until the story is done. Okay. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Got it. I have no interest in the 30-minute fantasy stuff, Dipper. It's not something that none of the kits they've released in that lineup grabbed my attention so far. Which is weird, because usually I like Robot Knights, but like nothing from the fantasy line's been like, oh, this is cool. Like, it's just kind of okay. I want another fantasy mecha, Dunbine, Escaflowne, Galliant. I mean, when's the last time we got like a really fantasy mecha series? Cross Angie, I guess? Kind of. I find it funny this fight is between McGillis and Graham in terms of VAs. Is it really? I didn't recognize either of them. So much isekai but no fantasy mechs. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so can I kill them now? I'm assuming I can kill them now. Alright, you're no longer protected by plot armor. I can beat your ass, no problem.
なあ、昔に教えてなかったか。奥の手は取っておけ。そうだろ、勇気。やっぱりあなたは強いな。
Remember all this happening in the video game, it's impossible to take it seriously. One thing that I liked was, I think it was it Breaker 3, I think, that had the storyline where even though the story was taking place within the game that they were playing, there was like the whole real-life storyline of the arcade that the game was at potentially going under and the characters wanting to like keep their arcade alive, so there was like kind of an extra level of real-world stakes outside of the game. That was kind of nice. Would have been nice if they did something like that with this, maybe. Grenade beam sabers. I guess they're like really long and thin. Oh, Gundam hammer, nice. Oh, got the orange blade Jinx saber. I'll never forgive the high grade 00 line for having all these mobile suits with orange sabers, and then almost none of these kits actually come with the correct sabers. Like when you buy a HD Reborn's Gundam, that mobile suit has 2 orange beam sabers, and the kit gives you 1, and it's clear. They don't give you a single beam saber blade in the correct color for that model. And I don't think very many of the others give you the orange saber color either. Plasma knife. Oh, yeah, that one. Carbon blade. I think that's another IBO piece. Okay, we got the Turn A rifle. That's kind of cool. Oh, Nod lace cannons. Gundam Breakers 3 had scenes outside of the Gunpla game with cutscenes. Yeah, that's what I thought. An Archer rifle, Virtue cannon, cool. Sumo's head, nice. Turn A's head. Okay. Exia's head, Dynamez's head. I think that's... might not be new for me, but it's a higher rarity than I had before. Nodlay's head's definitely new. Wonder what else I got for 00 diver parts. I don't think I had Red Beret's torso before. Diver torso. Okay, that's definitely new. I got Nodlay arm. Oh, I got a Coppool arm. Nice. H2 Magnum arm, Red Beret arm. And Diver. Okay, cool. Seems like I got plenty of 00 Diver parts, which is good. Would have been cool to get the Coppool's like main body head combination, but oh well. Oh well. Can't get everything on the first run. Hey, double bullet arm, nice. And Cheridum arm. Coppool legs. Okay, so it looks like I got all the Coppool parts except for the main torso. That's a little bit of a bummer. Wait, did I? Let me double check. No Coppool parts. Okay. Diver legs, nice. Zabanya legs, Virtue legs. I think I already had Virtue legs, but not at 4-star. Sumo's backpack, Dynamez backpack. Just a lot of these 00 backpacks are just slightly different shaped GN drives. I don't think the Jinx has had saber effects no build. I don't believe they did. No, I don't think they gave us any saber effects at all with them. Man, there was some really good advancements that they made with the HD 00 line, and then they would just drop the ball so hard with stuff like saber effects. Like, they were really way more stingy than they needed to be with the sabers. So many kits, like the 00 Gundam, the base model 00, comes with working beam saber handles, but no actual blades. You have to get the Double Riser to get saber blades for the main Gundam. Like, come on. Come on. Even Gundam Seed had that straight, like, 6 years before 00 came out. Okay, so that was the end of Chapter 3. Yeah, Knights and Magic seems like something that would be up Man Pig's alley.
やったー、あの西分エンジニアリングに勝てたで。これでクラン戦全。
真島さん、素晴らしい活躍。
お嬢、俺のことも見と。
もう、そう。
おめでとうございます。これでクランのランクも一気。その点は問題ね。それに、うち。そうみたいですね。いつかまたお手合わせ願います。
HE00 was the moment I would say HE's got to the standard where they hold up. Yeah, Season 2 specifically. Yep, exactly. Season 2 00 made some really good advancements, but they still had some weird limitations. Like their strange aversion to making clear parts any color other than complete crystal clear. Like, there's no reason that the GN condenser covers had to be clear plastic with green stickers under them. They could have done them with green plastic. They just, for whatever reason, they were really against using translucent colors. They had to be transparent clear. Still salty, the Gremory HG only came with the basic tiny holding hands. Yeah. The Iron Blooded Orphans, one of the cost-cutting measures they took was they just do not give you alternate hands for your Gundams. You have to buy the option sets for those.
ああ、そうだ。それで、改めてお願いするぜ。これからもチームの一員として。どないした？急にかしこまっちゃって。
I mean, if they wanted people to paint, they would have left more than just the condenser covers uncolored.
一度改めてちゃんと言っておいた。
わざわざ改めて。本当だよ。
あ、まったく。
Alright, so let's see what we've unlocked. Level cap increase. So I'm assuming it's probably like 16 or 18 or something now. What are you?
何？
What is that? Nobel Gundam torso? Maybe Nobel arms and then giant ass Sazabi legs? Or no? No, those are Dryson legs. Okay. Let's see what's new in the shop. I think the HE00 kits had clear parts just so the text shows up. Notice how the colored ones of the build variants have no text underneath. Oh, yeah, maybe. But the 00 Master and Real grades have tinted parts. How did they handle the... Hang on, let me take another look at my Master Grade 00 Riser. He's kind of on a far back shelf, so I can't really see him that well, but I'm trying to see if they like molded the lettering into the actual condenser parts, or if they just maybe used a lighter translucent green that's easier to see through. Okay, let's turn everything on and see what we got that's new. You guys, I think you guys were all here before. Okay, Banshee's new. Blast Impulse Gundam, I feel like that's new. Blue Destinies, these are new. This is all stuff we've seen before. Darabalde's here now, nice. The MG00 kits definitely had tint, but stickers behind with the text. Yeah, they did. I don't think Destiny Gundam was here before. That's cool. Wait, do I not have a Destiny Gundam head yet? That's strange. Oh well. Yeah, this is what I meant where the Dual and Dual Assault Shroud have the exact same box. Freak Customs here. Hell yeah. You know what? I don't even care. I said I don't like buying stuff in the store, but I'm gonna buy in a Freak Custom just to have one. Apparently I'm missing the excess torso. Okay, I forgot the torso on the excess is different. It's got that extra white piece in the middle. Full Armor Unicorn's new. I think Force Impulse was here already. Gaffran feels new. Oh, they got Gym Command. Well, I'll grab one of those. There's that Semi-Striker. Red Berets here. I've already pretty much got almost all the parts at this point, but I'll grab it for the legs. Not like I'm short on credits. Oh, I did complete 00 Diver. Okay, cool. Gundam Aerial I'm a few parts short on. The Age guys I don't mind grinding for. I'll leave those as is. Gundam Bale, I just need the head. This is all stuff we already had, except the G-Self. I'll grab it for the arms, and to have a spare backpack. I think there was some other cool stuff you could derive from the G-Self, I just didn't do it because I didn't have enough G-Self parts. Yeah, Kimaris Vidar I'm just missing the legs and backpack for. I can grind for those pretty easily. Nod Lays here, nice. Oh, Anti-Mold Show Bomb, I guess I completed that one. Woundwart's here now. And the Advanced Hazel. I think the Advanced Hazel is here already. Oh. I mean, I guess I could get a Gundam X backpack if I wanted to. It's right here in the store. I love how the fucking Ancient Blast NG Impulse... Yeah, it's so weird. Like, for some of these kits, like the Infinite Justice here, they updated them with the Revive kit box art. But then for others, like the Force Impulse, they're still using the old-ass HG from Seed. It's so random. Like, the Gion has modern art. It's got the Revive art. But then the Goof... I'm not going to go all the way back to it, but the Goof still uses the old HG art. It's so random which ones they decide to upgrade. Absolutely haphazard. Okay, Kabakali's here now. I think Kshatriya feels... I don't think Kshatriya is new, actually. Legend's here. That's new. I'll grab one of... Actually, I'd rather grind for Legend parts. Okay, Kapul I'll grab just because I'm only missing basically one piece from it. Apparently you can drive the Kabakali Stargazer and Mac Knight from G-Self. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Especially the Stargazer parts I'd be interested in driving. I can grind for the rest of the Akatsuki. Pale Rider I'll just straight up buy. I don't know, I'll think about it. West is Yakdoga, I'll grab. Okay, and there's the other S Gundams. I've already got all of them. Dazubi's here now. Strike Noir. I'm literally just missing the head and weapons. I've got everything else. I don't know why I don't have a Super Fumina head. I'm pretty sure I bought several copies of Super Fumina before. I've just derived them into other stuff. But I don't have a head left anymore. Turn A Gundam, that's new. Oh! I guess I got everything from Turn A Gundam. Well, that's cool. I had no idea how that happened, but I'll take it. I literally fought one Turn A Gundam in the game, and I got every single part from it. Awesome. Man, again, back at it with, like, the weird-ass old kit art. I guess it makes sense because the separate V2 with Buster and V2 Assault didn't get an HD release, so I kind of understand that. Wait, HQ? High quality. Was this a thing? Did they actually call the Victory Suits HQ instead of HG? The HG Rose uses the new P Bandai one as well, which is weird. Yeah, it's so random. Like, it's completely arbitrary whether they use the old box art or the new one. Some of the old G Gundam ones have very old model boxes. Yeah, exactly. HQ, I've never seen that before. I thought they had no grading for the 1144s and the 1100s were HG, because I have a couple of the Victory 1100s, and they're called HG kits, so I didn't know that this whole, like, 1144th HQ thing was even a thing. Not all boxes ironic AF, the V2 is marked as high quality because it sucks, yeah. The 90s was kind of a Wild West for the grading system. Oh, Kasi Gundam's in the store now. It's also kind of funny because you can tell which older kits got their box art updated based off of whether or not they have the Bandai Namco logo in the corner. Like there's some kits that were released originally before that update was made, but you can tell they added them in this game because they have the new logo. Love that Zakumine layer box. Zeta Plus C. Yeah, man, look at that! There's a perfectly fine high-grade Zeta Plus C1. It's a P Bandai kit. They're clearly not opposed to using P Bandai boxes. They did it for the Pale Rider. But Zeta Plus gets stuck with the old no-grade box. Like, what is going on with that? That is weird. If we got any new builders parts. Okay, so we got the Dart Baldy antenna. Oh, beam pistol. I'll grab one of those. Also, I just realized I forgot to actually buy the items that I was going to buy. There we go. Mars Vidar Crest, sure. Drill, absolutely. Oh, the on-back heat sabers. Katana as a build part, sure. Some kneecaps, that could be useful. I'll just grab these because I don't already have them. Mega Particle Cannon, the Mercury Levs. Range Individual. Okay, Radomes, those are going to be useful. Ply Code. The Ply... Oh, Nodley's Hair. Huh, I've never heard it called that before. Yeah, Kasi's box is massive. I don't have Kasi, but I have the Penelope, and it's like 120% the size of an MG box. Grab that tail blade and the thrusters. I might as well buy all the helmets. I don't actually use these, but they're cheap, and there's not many of them, so I might as well. New diorama Gunpla, okay. I'll have to look through there at some point. Look at the new diorama stuff. We got an underwater base. That's pretty cool. I'll have to look into that stuff off stream. Should have been... Oh, should have been supply cord. So that was a mistranslation. Let me see that again. Oh, I get it. They mistranslated the katakana, so instead of supply cord, it's supply code. Sapurai kodo. Okay, yeah, I could see how they would make that mistake. But still, that's definitely something they should have caught. In fact, actually, I think the katakana for cord and code would actually be a little different. They probably... Kodo. Yeah, I think they would probably hold the O for a little longer in one of them, and you'd be able to see that by looking at it. So that is just a straight up mistranslation. Man, I didn't do as much customizing in the stream as I thought I would, just because I'm kind of happy with how this Gundam already looks. But I'm gonna jump into the room anyways and take a look at some of the new parts we have. They call aerial shield bits gun bits. There's a bunch of little mistranslations. Yeah, I feel like gun. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? There's no excuse for mistranslating Gund bits, because Gund would be very obviously different from gun in Japanese, because N is the only consonant in Japanese that you can actually have without a vowel after it, so the difference between gun and Gund would be extremely unambiguous. Let's see the new stuff first. Here we go. We got like 00, Blue Destiny, Freed Custom. Yeah, man, there's some cool stuff here. I'm gonna have to dig into this off stream sometime. So, which of these missions should I probably grind for more parts? That is the wrong desk. My depth perception is minimal at best. So how many, to those of you who have completed the game, how many chapters are there total? I'm assuming probably like maybe 10 to 12? It seems like we're maybe like a third of the way through the story right now. Yeah, it's not like Zoro and Zolo. There's no like constant ambiguity. It's very clear. Oh, only 7 chapters. Oh shit, I didn't know it was that short. And each chapter is 5 missions? Because if there's only 7 chapters, I might finish the story on stream then, because 1 chapter per stream, 7 streams, that's really not that bad. I could definitely do that. 7 chapters, 36 missions. Oh, they're pronounced gun bits in Japanese, but called Gund bits. Okay, so if they were written out in Japanese, then they probably would have not understood that. Okay, that's just the translator not being familiar with the series. Okay, so yeah, if there's only 7 chapters, I could absolutely do this on stream. We're basically halfway through the story, so that's just 4 more streams and we'll finish it. So yeah, absolutely. I wasn't sure before because I was thinking the game was a lot longer than it is, but if there's only 7 chapters, we can absolutely do this on stream. So I'm saying it now officially, we are going to finish the story mode for this game on stream. How interesting that story mode is going to be, I don't know. I was kind of zoning out during a lot of these cutscenes because the story wasn't super interesting to me, but if I can maybe find a way to break it up by doing like some quest missions in between or some bounty hunter missions or something, I'll do that just to make it a little more interesting if the story is not delivering. So that's probably going to be our plan in the future. As far as which ones of these I'd want to replay, I mean, I've got most of those suits. I guess maybe this one might be fun to grind. Maybe. I don't know. I find myself getting better parts from the quest missions anyway, so... Yeah, more hangout time, exactly. Some of the later missions are a bit longer, but that's fine. Story gets interesting, not good, but more interesting. Okay. Gun should be something like gun, though. It should be, but according to what MJ said, apparently they just say gun in Japanese. I don't remember how... it's been too long since I've seen the anime. I don't remember exactly how they pronounced it there. Main focus is grind and build. Yeah, that really is the gameplay loop here. Is you play the mission, you get new parts, you put those parts in your gunpla. You play the mission, you get new parts, you put parts in your gunpla, rinse and repeat. That really is the game, and boy, do I love it. You might not fully realize it from watching me kind of zone out during some of these cutscenes and talk with chat, but I do actually really enjoy this game, especially when I'm grinding for parts, leveling stuff up, just kind of sifting through my collection, playing with the diorama mode. There is so much fun you can have with this game. Really, really enjoyable time. Absolutely, Liam, it is definitely a blast. However, I am extremely hungry right now. I've kind of delayed having dinner so I can continue to play this game, and I don't really want to delay it any longer, so I think we're going to have to wrap up the stream around here. So, going to plug New Type HQ here for the 15 people here at the end of the stream, just in case any of y'all aren't already aware that there is an affiliate link down in the description below if you want to get yourself some kits and supplies at New Type while also supporting the channel. Like and subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for coming to hang out with me on this stream. Let me just switch over to my OBS view. Miraculously, my avatar actually functioned for most of the stream, which is a rare occurrence. Usually he just gets stuck with his mouth frozen open, so that was pretty cool. But I am, as always, Second Soundwave, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. And end.